Imagine this, it's the spring of 1889. The United States government has just announced that in a few weeks, nearly 2 million acres of land are going up for grabs, completely free, to anyone fast enough to claim it. No lottery, no application process, just a cannon shot at high noon and may the fastest horse win. This is the story of the Oklahoma land rush, the most gloriously chaotic real estate event in American history. On March 23, 1889, President Benjamin Harrison signed a bill into law that would open 1.9 million acres of what the government called the Unassigned Lands in Indian Territory, present-day Oklahoma, to settlers under the Homestead Act. The rules were simple: show up at the border, wait for the signal, race in and stake a 160-acre claim. Live on it for 5 years and it's yours. Harrison announced the official opening date, April 22, 1889, at exactly noon. Americans had about 7 weeks to prepare. They did not waste a single day. By the morning of April 22nd, somewhere between 50,000 and 60,000 people had gathered on all 4 sides of the territory. They came on horseback, in wagons, on foot, and crammed into 15 trains idling at the Kansas border, all waiting for that signal. There were farmers hoping for a fresh start, families who had sold everything they owned, entrepreneurs who wanted to build the next great American city. And more than a few people who had, let's say, creatively interpreted the starting time. Those people got a nickname that has lasted 135 years, the Sooners. At the stroke of noon, cannons boomed, bugles sounded, rifles fired into the air, and an absolute avalanche of horses, wagons, and people surged across the border simultaneously from every direction. The dust cloud was visible for miles. By sundown, in a single afternoon, Oklahoma City and Guthrie each had a population of roughly 10,000 people. Within a month, Oklahoma City had 5 banks and 6 newspapers. An entire civilization built in an afternoon. Out of nothing but open prairie and the sheer unstoppable energy of 50,000 people who really, really wanted a piece of land. Of course, when you let 50,000 people simultaneously claim 12,000 plots of land with no real referee, things got complicated. Sooners who had snuck in early had already staked the best lots. Disputes broke out over who arrived first. Land office lines stretched for miles. Courts were so overloaded with contested claims that some cases reached the U.S. Supreme Court. Children sold cups of creek water to settlers waiting in those lines. Families argued over corner stakes. And somewhere in the chaos, a brand new American state was being born. The Oklahoma land rush of 1889 was messy, chaotic, wildly imperfect, and one of the most electrifying single days in American history. It kicked off a wave of land runs that would continue through 1895, ultimately helping Oklahoma become the 46th state of the Union in 1907. And that nickname, the Sooners, Oklahoma claimed it. Today it's the name of their beloved University of Oklahoma football team. Turns out, cheating your way into the territory early is something worth celebrating, at least on the gridiron. If you enjoyed this one, subscribe to a new historical story every week. And if you're from Oklahoma, let us know in the comments, Sooner or Boomer.